Hey everyone, how you doing? Christopher here, Christopher M. Show. I am my happy place. If you've spoken to me in the last 10 years, you'll know exactly where that is. I'm running a B-roll right now with another camera. I'll cut that in throughout the hit today and you'll see where I'm at. But it's a beautiful afternoon. It is Thursday, August 20th, right around 4:45 in the afternoon. So almost the magic hour. For me, it's the magic hour every time I'm up here. A little bit on what's going on at the Canadianist. This week, I started up again a feature that I was running a little while ago called Journeys. And most of you know by now that I do some rideshare driving. And when I do, I interview, I talk to the people. The great thing about it is, obviously I make a little bit of money, but every 15 minutes, I run into somebody from somewhere else in the world. They have a very interesting story, and I've posted already several of them on thecanadianist.news. But this week I ran into a very strange situation. I almost didn't accept the ride. Actually, I accepted the ride, but when I showed up, the destination had changed. I originally accepted a 10-minute ride, and that's kind of what I felt like doing. By the time I got there, the young man I was picking up had a call. His car was ready, and he changed the destination to go pick up his car, which happened to be 45 minutes away. So that changed the contract I agreed to. And I was initially telling him, no, sorry, I can't do it. But then we started talking a little bit. And I said to myself, you know, he's a good kid, so I'll take the ride. And we had a good chat. Then was Elvis. So I brought Elvis to the building. The building was his garage across town, picked up his car. And along the way, he told me a story about he and his siblings from Ghana, where they were born. They've been here 11 years. No, his mother was here for 11 years. He's been here 7. His mother came ahead of them and left them behind with their father while she set everything up, got her permits and all that, organized her career, and then sent for the kids. And they're here. He was in school, changed schools, and he's got a pretty promising future. And it's a great story. So check that out. It's called I Almost Didn't Pick Up Elvis. So the Canadianist.news, it's one of the stories on the front page right now. And I do those every now and then. So take a look for that. Also on the weekend, and I'm one who always loved listening to the radio in the morning. I also like watching television, and I came across an interview, one of Rob Reiner's last interviews recently. It was with Bill Maher from 2025, and he was talking about how television, they were talking about All in the Family and how 45 million people would tune in every episode, and it was just something that the entire country would do, the entire continent, our entire world, because I watched that too, and everyone would do it at the same time. And then the next day it was like this event that everybody would talk about in their social circles. And it wasn't just with All in the Family, it was all the big shows and all the big events. There was, you know, a moment where you sat down, you know, like they had movie of the week, and everybody would sit down for that Friday night movie of the week, and then they would talk about it and so on. And it was always a big deal waiting for it to come up on the schedule at the end of the week. So, and now with everything being on demand instantly, you want to hear a song, you search the song title, you press play, it's there. You want a movie, it's there. You know, news, it's instantly accessible. And we've lost that ability to have something common. Now when we watch a show, and this is what Rob Reiner was saying in the interview, when we watch a show, we're all watching it at different times whenever we want, halfway through it, whatever. So nobody's really in sync with each other as far as that goes, and it's much harder. And I wonder if it's what's contributed to the medium losing relevance in pop culture a lot. Something to think about. But I know for my part, I'm doing what I can to recreate that feeling. You remember that feeling that you had when you would turn on the radio in the morning? It felt like somebody was there, UKRP style, or the television. You know, you knew every Thursday night you had your television show that you would watch. They had that must-see TV on NBC. Well, the Canadianist Radio Network, which is the companion of the news site, is starting live programming and scheduled programming. So there'll be a time and date. Of course, it'll make its way through to the podcast channel, and it'll live permanently there eventually. But the first run stuff, I really want to recreate that feeling of sitting down and having to be ready and enjoying something at the same time as other people, and knowing that there are other people enjoying it with you at the same time. It's kind of why they created watch parties on Netflix and all these other apps, because it means something for people to watch these things together. So when it's scheduled, well, everybody sits down, whoever wants to watch it, and then you have a social event to talk about it the next time and enjoy it and reminisce about it. So the radio station thing that I'm doing is basically going to recreate that at different times of the week. The first one, 8 o'clock Sunday, it's 7 o'clock, Sunday night. We call it the book hour. This one's actually 90 minutes, but we're going to read a book every week. It'll be animated a little bit. It'll have a little bit of sound effects, a little stuff to leave. So it's kind of like not really a radio play, but it's a book reading that's going to be animated. So that's something to look forward every week. And then after Labor Day, September 7th is Labor Day. So starting on the 8th, I'm going to do a morning show live, Monday through Friday from 7 to 10. And I'll be speaking with people as they call in. There'll be music. There'll be all sorts of stuff. Reminiscent, but not exactly like it used to be. Radio still exists, but I wonder often how much space it takes in people's life. And if this is something you want to feel old school radio, going back to when I worked in radio, I was there right when the convergence of all the different media, happened. And then all of the absorption of all the different stations and types of media into one big company, or three in Canada's case. But right before that, and I was there through the transition. In fact, the station I was at the time changed hands 3 different owners while I was there. I was only there for a couple of years. So it started off, it was privately owned, then Standard bought it. And then from Standard, it became Astral. And then almost right away, it felt like Astral was absorbed by Bell, and we know where we all are today. And Rogers did the same thing with another group of stations. So, and I'm sure guys that had bigger careers than me can tell you great stories about those days before all of this happened. But I had my own version of that, and I liked it. And so this is going to be a bit of a hybrid of some of that as well. And it'll be nice. So we'll have the morning show. We'll have the book hour. There'll be other live events, scheduled events during the week that you can tune in and look forward to every week, rather than just turning on and flipping and trying to figure out what you feel like eating, consuming eating. Anyways, so that's a bit about that. What else? I'm going through my notes. Yes, of course. And then there's the one that I'm looking forward to personally a lot. It's the virtual town hall on September 16th. That's at 7 o'clock. Okay, let me correct myself, because I've got so much programming going on. So I'll put it up on the screen to make sure. So the book reading's at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. After the kids are in bed and you're relaxing, you want to have a cup of tea, sit in your chair and relax and hear something interesting. The town hall, the virtual town hall that we're going to be having is Wednesday, the 16th of September. That's from 7 to 9. And that there's a registration link. So we have room for up to 100 people. There's a handful of people that have already registered. Some people have expressed interest, so that'll be filling up. So if you're interested in talking about Canada and some of the stuff that's affecting us in our day-to-day, that'll be the place and the time to do it. This week's topic, we're going to be talking about Canadianism. What does it mean to be Canadian in the country in 2026 and moving forward? And what kind of country do we want to become? I think Canada's at a transition. I've talked about that often. And this will be a forum for everybody to join in the conversation, because it's about everyone participating. And I talked about that as well. So love to see you there. So that's what's going on. So I'll put up the corrected info. I might even go back and cut it out and fix it up. But if I decide not to, remember, I'll recap it again. This is silly. But anyways, the book reading is 8 o'clock Sunday night. And that's the 23rd of August. And then September 16th, we have the virtual town hall from 7 to 9. And then, of course, starting on the 8th of September, every morning from 7 to 10, I'll do a live thing. And you can, there'll be an app. Actually, the app is ready. I'm running it. It's just not up in the stores yet, but it'll be there soon. You can download the app and tune in and have it in your car or anywhere else where you are. Listen to it in the morning. It's called The Canadianist Coffee, and it'll be weekdays from 7 to 10 in the morning. And hopefully we'll be seeing you log in and be part of it. Thanks a lot. I'm Christopher M. Michaud for The Canadianist. Remember, I am a Canadianist.